One question for you traders. What's the most important thing that you need to know, that you want to know every trading day? Don't know? It's simple. Where will the market go today, right? That's the one thing, the only thing that's important in trading. Where will the market go? Now, when will the market get there? We don't know, but that's another piece of the puzzle. But the most critical piece is where will the market go today? So here's my chart of the E-mini on Monday, April 22nd. And I have my trading zone drawn out, and I have my previous close right over here, Friday's close at 5,003, and my trading zone is support at 49.74 and resistance at 50.41. So this is all I know when the day opens up. And when the day opens, the first candle was right over here at 50.30, just about 10 points below the resistance of the trading zone. And that's all I know. I don't know anything. But I know that through knowing what the trade setups are, GST, TMC, gap, support and resistance, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick. Those are the 6 trade setups. And so the gap trade, I know, is a trade that closes 70 to 75% of the time. So there's a chance that the gap might fill today. I don't know when the market opens right over here at 50.30. But it's something that I know from my experience that might help me determine where will the market go. So, the one thing that I don't know, the one thing you don't know, and the one thing that you can't learn in any school, you can't learn from watching the news, you can't learn from listening to the talking heads in the morning trading reports, the financial talking heads, the one thing that you need to bring to the table after you learn how to trade, is this. Intuition. Intuition is what will help you to determine where will the market go on any given day. And again, that is the most important thing that you want to know as a trader. Where will the market go on any given day? So here on April 22nd, the market opened up at 50.30, and the gap was down here at 5,003, a potential 30-point trade. 30 points is not chump change in anyone's book. I don't think so. But nevertheless, it's the intuition of, plus knowing the trade setups, gap, support and resistance, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick, that will determine whether we are going to make a trade anytime between where the market opened and when it actually comes close to or closes the gap. So having the information of intuition based on our knowledge of trading gives us an idea that we can take a trade and pretty much have a 70 to 75% chance that the trade is going to go in our direction. And so as the day progresses here on Monday, April 22nd, the market did come close, did close the gap, did come within a few points. But after that, then what? Well, intuition also tells us that the market has a range. And the range, I determine the range from my Taylor trading zone. My Taylor trading zone at 49.75 and 50.41. So this is my trading zone. But of course, I know that the market hasn't reached the resistance or support of the trading zone at the time that it reached the gap. So I can see that the gap basically didn't close, but I can consider it a gap trade. I can consider it a positive win if I make a gap trade based on my intuition and knowing that the gap closes 70 to 75% of the time. And so then what? After this, I see that the range of the day was only about 20 points from where it made a high to where it just about closed the gap. 20 points, but that's not near where the range of the day should be based on my intuition and my knowledge of the Taylor trading zone. So what do? I watch for the intraday low, and I assume it's going to be where the market approached the gap. Again, it didn't quite close the gap, it didn't fill, but came pretty close. So at this point, the market starts to reverse. And so the market has only gone 20 points down from its high. So at that point, I take my Taylor trading zone and I make a clone of it. And I move that clone to the intraday low, to where the intraday low was, right over here. Okay? And I move my trading zone up, and I determine that the high of the day, if indeed this is the intraday low, remember, you have to use your intuition, that the high of the day or the other end of the market might be at around 50.74, 50.75. And sure enough, that's where the market went. So intuition is the closest thing to what you really want to know, which is where will the market go today or on any given day. Thanks so much for watching. Trade safely. Remember to use lots of patience, and I'll see you in my next video. Marv Eisen for Timeless Dollar Trading Academy.